Welcome to the Virtual Ball Boys podcast. I just ate a lot of chicken soup.
Ooh.
But anyways, my name is Chris, and I am joined once again by my good friend Matt.
Shoutouts to TV Line, who released their worst shows of 2023 list.
Mm-hmm.
And at number 6 is Big Brother.
Only number 6, though.
Only number 6. And I want to read their description. Credit to TV Line, because H Bomber Guy taught me to cite my sources.
Does it have an author there?
I'm looking for the author link now.
Sometimes it might just be a staff or like the full staff working on it. So
yeah,
may not have an author on it, but
I only saw a screenshot of the article, so let me look. TV Line worst shows.
We are going to live in an era now. H Bomber Guy has gone out of his way to call out multiple people on copyright infringement.
Incredible video, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
I have. It's very good. It is very good. 4 hours long, but it was
4 hours long. I'm used to that. Yeah, it's by Team TV Line, so
okay,
group effort. But this is what they said.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, Luke Valentine's appallingly casual use of the N-word was a harbinger of the disappointing Big Brother season to come. With its milestone 25th cycle, the CBS competition show had so much potential, ultimately squandered week after week by twists that went nowhere, evictions that were reversed, and an entire 7-day stretch where literally nothing happened, save for Cameron and Jared roaming the house in monochromatic zombie outfits. Somehow, even the presence of Survivor legend Sheree Fields couldn't save this interminable season. Which stretched on for a record 100 days and limped its way to an anticlimactic finish.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a complete, absolute validation of everything that we have been saying. I'm sorry, I got distracted. We use time.is when we try to line up our recordings. And there was an Xbox commercial that had Chai from Hi-Fi Rush running around a real-life living room, and I thought it was really neat. Anyways, but no, yeah, what can you say, Matt? I can't. This is what we have been saying about Big Brother.
Yep.
Even the last few seasons that I think have been pretty good, it's This we can't continue with this production staff because they literally ruined everything.
Listen, so comparing it to Survivor, which I've done plenty of times before.
Sure.
Survivor has its own production issues where the production doesn't feel like they understand the game in terms of like how much they've been taking away votes this season.
Right.
But they still understand the show. They still understand how, like, what makes it a good show still.
Right.
Big Brother producers have no semblance of what their game or what their show is anymore.
Right. Like, I like punishments as much as the next guy. That does not need to be the basis of your show.
Right.
And especially when it's just like I don't know.
Do you remember when we spent 12 minutes and Terrence getting all his temporary tattoos?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. And plus, like, to me, none of that's, like, real punishments to me. Like,
no.
I remember, I speak as someone who went back and watched this stuff, but, like, I remember an era of Big Brother where they literally were competing for food. Like, literally competing for the ability to eat in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or at least eat anything that was not, like, peanut butter or jelly or whatever it was. And it's just, like, I don't know, a punishment like that felt, like, much more game-changing and much more interesting to me than two people riding around in a kayak. Or holding, like, moving around with a fucking cardboard cutout of Josh Duhamel. Like, I don't know, it's just something about this that's just... And that is not even the main issue with the season, but, like, I don't know. It's just something just many, many, many things that we could go into about Big Brother as a show. It is rough. We went on a rant about Big Brother a couple weeks ago on this show, too. I do want to return to what I was talking about with Survivor real quick, because, and no spoilers, obviously, for anyone who's still actively watching or waiting for the whole season to drop. I will say I still stand by this as one of the more compelling seasons of Survivor in recent memory for me.
Mm-hmm.
I am still a bit worried about it being a steamroll moving into the final couple weeks here. Just because of the people who are on the outside of the major alliance, I don't know if any of them are going to be able to kind of sway anything.
It's gonna be weird. I mean, I know who I want to win based on what I've seen so far and who I think is gonna win.
Yeah.
I won't say that here because not everyone likes Edgic as a way to predict a winner, but
sure.
You know, I'm still enjoying the season. 90-minute episodes are my lifeblood.
Yeah.
They're the best thing to happen to the show since the show premiered.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, and again, I'm not someone who likes watching TV for extended periods of time, except for watching football, or Big Brother apparently. But yeah, 90 minutes. It really has fleshed out the game in a way that has made it so much more compelling than 60-minute bite-sized things. Because that's my thing. Like, I think that's why I have enjoyed Big Brother more than Survivor at times, is because I get 3 episodes a week of it, plus I get live feeds. Like,
you get to see more of what happens.
Exactly. So getting that extra, even though it's only 30 minutes, that's a huge difference for Survivor, and you now understand the game. You're seeing more of the game play out, and that is much more compelling television. It's been very, very good thus far. So yeah, watch Survivor, folks. It's a good season. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. We have plenty to get to. Next week we're doing bowl predictions, so if we have any ideas for bets on that, maybe we'll think about that during the show. But in the meantime, we're going to focus on the NFL. We got Week 13 to recap. We got Week 14 to pick. It is the final week with buys, which means after this week, we'll have every team playing every single weekend, plus Saturday games. We're going to get a lot of Saturday games moving forward. We already have a doubleheader of Monday Night Football this week. So there's that. I
do have an exciting announcement after Week 13.
Okay.
For the first time, I have clinched the playoffs in the Fantasy Footballers Megala Bowl. Which means I will, no matter what happens this week, I will be in the top 3 of my league, and I will move on to the playoff round, which is going to be still thousands of people.
Of course, but it's still nice.
It's still nice. I think I'll be one of 2,500, and then a half get eliminated each round, and then whoever has the highest score in week 17 is the winner.
Very nice.
Looking at my squad, probably not going to happen. I've always been the second highest every week or something. But when the Eagles and the 49ers have a really good day, I have a really good day. So
there you go. Well then,
pour one out for Tank Dell.
Yeah, yeah, that's a rough one. We have there's quite a few injuries going on in the league, and it's been, gotta be real, it's been a bad year.
It's not been a good football season,
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about the little storylines here and there, but overall, yeah, it's been all right, and it's mostly because of major injuries that have been ruining things, unfortunately. So
just look at the quarterback matchups we have this week.
Right, and what Bengals and Jaguars ended up transforming into is just, it was a great game. Don't get me wrong.
It was,
but yeah, that was a bit depressing. Game of the week this week for me, I put down Seahawks Cowboys.
Good.
I
was gonna yell at you if you didn't.
I mean, well, it was between this or Bengals Jaguars, and I felt like Seahawks Cowboys was a fun shootout. It was a tight game. Seahawks, it almost felt like they were going to get it done, but then in the fourth quarter, Cowboys took the lead, and then on multiple drives, Seahawks tried to go for it on fourth down, and unfortunately failed. But really,
the most
really,
important part about this game, no punts.
yeah, that's nuts. That aspect of it is absolutely nuts.
Yep.
And I'm sure it disgusted the Iowas out there.
The Sickos committee.
The
Shout out Sickos committee on Twitter.
The Sickos committee
another good follow
is very much not happy, but the Seahawks and Cowboys played an amazing game. Cowboys are at least very, very happy with how that result ended up being and going into their second matchup, the rematch against the Eagles this week. Yeah, not much more to say. Just Cowboys doing their thing, and the Seahawks, unfortunately, out of the playoff picture right now.
Yep.
So see what happens from there. Blowout of the week. Dolphins at Commanders. Two teams very familiar with the blowout of the week. This is the Dolphins' third appearance on the winning side. And the Commanders literally last week were on this very line here as well. They also surprisingly, I think it was because the Commanders would have been here 3 times on the losing end if it weren't for the fact that 70-20 happened earlier this year. Because I'm pretty sure the Bills Washington game was the week the Broncos and Dolphins faced each other. Could be wrong about that. But that at least stands out to me. And then chaos of the week, I gave it to, for the third time this season, the Cardinals at the Steelers. Yeah. I put this in here for more than football reasons. This was a lightning delay where there were multiple delays. Like they had the game for a little while, and they went inside, and then they came out, and then they went back inside, and then they came back out again. And the entire time, it felt like the Steelers had early on had dominance of the game, and then over time the Cardinals just completely took over of everything, and Kyler Murray had a great game, and it was an absolute mess for the Steelers by the end. 24-10 was the final score. Cardinals taking care of business there. There was quite a few chaoses this week, but really the Cardinals were the ones that stood out to me the most there. All right. Well then, with that, week 13's done. Put it in the books. We'll go away. Week 14.
Wait, not done yet.
Oh, I was waiting for you to jump in a little bit.
Sorry, got immediately sidetracked. Go fuck yourself. Game of the week, number 1. Falcons at the Jets. This is the kind of football that Arthur wants to play. 13-8. Had a safety in there as well, which is always fun. Safeties are the best parts about low-scoring games and high-scoring games, but especially low-scoring games. Got to throw a safety in there. And then, Chris, I was a fool.
Yeah.
Me 1 week ago saying that the crown jewel of the go fuck yourself was the Bears at Cardinals. Oh Lord, was I wrong? Or Bears at Vikings. Oh Lord, was I wrong?
Yeah, it got better.
The Los Angeles Chargers at the New England Patriots, 6-0.
Someone get a dildo, because we gotta fuck ourselves.
We gotta fuck ourselves real bad. The Patriots, this is the 4th game in a row that they have held their opponent to 10 points or less, and they have won 1 of those games.
Yeah.
You held a Kellen Moore, Justin Herbert offense to 6 points, and you lost the football game. Bill Belichick, congratulations, you have won Go Fuck Yourself Coach of the Year.
I do want to say, yeah, I don't know if we could have asked for a more satisfying end to the Belichick era. And look, I don't really have that much against the guy himself. It's just, after years of how the Patriots dominated the NFL, and now they have been reduced to this. This is the satisfying moment that we needed. This is the cathartic nature of the many years of the Patriots era. Was that pretty much that game? 6-0.
Yep.
Final score dropping the Patriots to 2-9, 10. For a second. Dropping them to 2-10.
Now I believe the number 2 draft pick.
Right. I'll still say, maybe this is more Bill O'Brien's fault than Bill Belichick's, but at the same time,
who put the team together?
Right. Yeah.
Who GM'd?
Yeah, and I don't.
It's all Nike's fault. It's his dog's fault.
Right, that's true. It's the dog. I mean, you know what? This is the Belichick big brain. He put his dog there in that seat the day of the draft for everyone to be like, "Oh, look at the cute little dog." And basically to set the dog up to be a scapegoat. Yeah. For these future seasons when it turns out, oh, you were a bad GM. I'd be curious.
I will say, very cute dog.
Very cute dog. Bad GM. Very good.
Yep.
Very good dog. Anyways, we will move on. Let us make team number 4 for season 4 of VBBFL. Matt, you won't believe this. We almost
is it another Illinois team?
We almost went down that route again. Wood River, Illinois was the town, but I immediately looked at it and was like, "Nah,
I don't even know where that is." So
yeah, we're gonna instead go to Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Holy shit!
Is the 5th most populous city in the state of Mississippi.
There you go.
And I am, I'm gonna try to see. There's a lot. This Wikipedia page, it's a lot. There's a long list of shit here.
Cool.
But at the very least, I do want to see where we can get some food related trivia about this town. My first idea is to go all the way down to notable people and see if there is any notable culinary figures that have come from this town. Because I did look at the arts and culture. It doesn't seem
Fred Armisen is from here.
I'm surprised that made you laugh.
I choked on something.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Fred Armisen just shows up in very strange places and DJs, and that's you're just used to that with Fred Armisen. Yeah. So looking through this, oh, Brianna Wu.
I just saw that too. I was like, I wonder if Kristen knows who that is.
I do. I think. I think that she was. Yes, she was one of the big voices to speak out. I think during Gamergate.
Gotcha.
Because she was getting harassed by shitty fucking people.
Yeah.
So that's neat. All right. I'm gonna give up that search. It's time to look at other parts of this area. Maybe the history will.
I'm looking in the history. It's got a lot of, at least in the civil rights section.
Okay.
A lot of, civil rights related stuff, not necessarily things that we want to name a team after and celebrate.
No, if it's a good thing, maybe, but. I would imagine not.
Not really, no.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna now we turn to Google. Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Firefox is being incredibly slow for me right now. Remy, no. No.
Maybe it's just...
I have chocolate on the desk, and he wants the chocolate.
It's not good.
No.
It's definitely not good.
So I had to be a little bit of an asshole, and now he's looking at me like I'm an asshole. Sorry, I don't want you to die, dumbass. I'm kidding. I love my dog.
Well, yes.
Which is why I don't want him to die.
Right. Which is why you had to treat him like he's an asshole, or you're the asshole rather, because he wants to eat chocolate and be poisoned. I don't know. I think this is gonna be the first one I think we're gonna be really stumped on. Cause,
and like Mississippi itself is not really known for food unless we do general southern style
cuisine.
stuff.
Yeah.
Country fried steak and shit, you know.
Right. Right. I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
Not opposed. Because like it really does feel like. Oh, here you go. There's a restaurant. Oh, this is on Facebook though. Gross. I was gonna say there's a I thought it was an article that was like, oh, the restaurant history of Hattiesburg. But it turned out not to be the case.
So I'm looking up native cuisine to Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is the Mississippi mud pie, which we've done mud related stuff before.
We've done mud otters before.
Mud otters,
yes.
Yeah. Comeback sauce.
Excuse me.
Comeback sauce, which is a base consisting of mayonnaise and chili sauce.
That sounds delicious.
Fried dill pickles.
Mm-hmm.
Delta tamales.
You know what? Straight up, I would not be against just naming a team the Hattiesburg Fried Dill Pickle.
Fried dill pickles.
Just as a straight up team name, like not even combining anything else, just calling them the Fried Dill Pickles. It's just, I don't know, just gonna throw that out there.
Obviously some seafood as well, different kinds of like fish. Fish is common, catfish.
Yeah. I feel like our oysters, our gloisters have taken that. Can you believe we're a week removed from gloisters? By the way,
from oysters, and we are running into trouble with the fact that we named something the gloisters.
I don't know if trouble is the word, more maybe just judgment.
I don't even think it's judgment. I think it's like now like we already have the seafood angle covered.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like we were in trouble from like people that were telling about.
No.
I was like, yeah. I think
why is my laptop being such a slow piece of shit right now?
They are. Your computer can eat it. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get much better than fried dill pickle. That's. I mean, maybe we will, but I'm just right now. I'm kind of leaning in that direction.
Hattiesburg fried dill pickle. I think we can be a little bit more inspired.
Yeah, there is a restaurant fast food chain that's based in Mississippi called Ward's. Actually, okay, wait a second. So it's in December 1957, twins Richard and Ed Ward opened a New Orleans-based Fro-Stop franchise in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Fro-Stop served chili dogs, orange soda, and root beer in frosted glass mugs. In May 1978, the Ward brothers opened the first Ward's restaurant at 40th Avenue and Hardy Street in Hattiesburg. So, all right. I'm surprised we didn't see any of this, but apparently this is a food chain that was founded in Hattiesburg.
Also, root beer was invented here.
Are you serious?
In Mississippi.
Oh.
Specifically in Biloxi.
Okay, but that's fine. We could fiddle with that. All right. We're onto something. We got there. Root beer. I feel like we don't want to say root beers. I feel like that's too easy. Unless
fried root beer.
Fried. Oh. Unless we want to combine what we did last year with our theme and this year, I call them the root bears.
Where the bears come from?
I don't know. It's just what I thought about. I was just like, root beers, root bears.
It has to have purpose, Chris. I'm telling you.
All right, fine, whatever. All right,
we need to.
All right,
we need to think with purpose forward.
But all right, so if we're gonna stick with the root beer situation, though, let's maybe think about how can we what other Mississippi thing can we, or Hattiesburg thing specifically?
I mean the rivers there. Hattiesburg's not really near the river, but root beer rivers.
Right. Root beers.
They're French root beers.
River beers. Actually, wait a second.
Yeah.
Hattiesburg river beers.
River beers.
There's something about that.
There might be something there.
Might be.
Yeah. Doesn't quite have the same vibe as our other team names yet.
No. But again, this is a workshop. We'll build up to there. I'm just looking at the Ward's restaurant thing here still. I haven't even looked up their website, which I think I'm going to do next here. Oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
The Hattiesburg root beer floats. I know. I'm just saying that floats would be interesting. That's better than just say root beers. That adds an extra layer. And, and the Ward's restaurant here that is originally from Hattiesburg is known for making root beer floats.
Okay.
Just throwing it out there.
All right.
Not to cape for one franchise, but it just seems like that's the food.
That's a Hattiesburg thing.
That is the Hattiesburg thing, is that Ward started there.
Again, I think I want to look for one more thing that's like.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hattiesburg specific, or at least Mississippi specific.
Totally fine. I am just kind of looking at their website here.
I don't want to end up with another Tulips where we regret it, because then we could get Strulips and it's great.
That's fair. That's I think that's an understandable proclamation. I'm just trying. Let me return to the Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
This is where University of Southern Miss is.
They're the Golden Eagles.
Yeah,
I believe. That is also the original university of one Brett Favre.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah. Just gotta throw that out there.
Hey, Brett Favre, go fuck yourself.
We just got really nail that in.
God, I was talking to, like, when that shit came out, I was talking to a coworker who was a Packers fan, and she, like, couldn't separate, like, she had trouble separating her love for Brett Favre and the Packers from the shitty things that he did.
Yeah, I mean, like, you could also just love the Packers and not like him, you know?
Right, yeah.
Like, you could probably even separate it further. What you could do is just, in your mind, like, blur his face out with all his touchdown throws.
Right.
You know? Or interception throws. That's maybe more accurate to his career. Anyways, alright, well, there is, let's throw this out there. Maybe we could workshop it, but I know we've had every year something to do with this, but maybe it's just tradition and we just gotta keep going. What if we did something train related combined with beer?
Have we had trains every year?
Well, so we had
Possum Chris, we had War Train. I don't think we have in season 1.
Maybe not season 1, but it's been a trend.
Yeah.
And I don't hate that idea, but now we just have to. If we go in that direction, we just gotta. We have the light bulb in place. We just gotta screw it in, you know.
Yeah.
Train synonyms.
I'm also looking that up, and it's like train, like training someone.
No, that's not what we want. That's not what we want. Do you know that there are other uses of the word train?
Here we go. Synonyms for train vehicle. Railroad car. Rail beers.
Wait. Oh, I thought that was actually a thing.
No.
There's the Caboose. Wait, the root cabeers?
Root cabeers. Root cabeers. Kaboot beers.
Kaboot. Wait, what?
Caboose and root kaboot beers.
Kaboot
beers. It's not something.
Root caboose. Root cabeers. I like root cabeers. I don't know. Or Karoot beers. I don't know why Caboose. I don't know why I'm staying on Caboose, but Caboose just sounds good to me.
Where'd you get trains from?
So they have where is it here? They have a train depot.
Yeah.
It was constructed in 1910 by the Southern Railroad Company and was the city's largest and most architecturally significant depot. The city of Hattiesburg purchased the depot and 3.2 acres of land from Norfolk Southern Railway in 2000 and began a 7-year, $10 million restoration. The completed depot now functions as an intermodal transportation center for bus, taxi, and rail, as well as a space for exhibitions, meetings, and special events. So it's just a big old aspect of this town is the Hattiesburg station.
I don't think trains and root beer are going to be...
Oh, I really like root cabeers, though.
Root cabeers?
I was going to cape for that.
Is it obvious that that's supposed to be caboose, though?
Caboose, cabeers. I guess not. Oh.
Yeah, that's my only thing.
All right. I'll keep digging into different synonyms.
Yeah, I'm looking too.
Because maybe we'll get there.
Because rail beers is almost something, but not quite.
I feel like that's caravan
root engine beers.
Root engine
engineer and beer. It's not. It's too clunky. Way too clunky.
Wait. Root engine beers.
That's what I just said.
I thought you were. Never mind. It's fine. Caravan convoy.
We don't have to do root beer either.
Well, that's the thing, though. Once we learn that there is a food item that was invented here in a place,
yeah,
like that to me is like, well, then that's the direction. Because I would rather drop the train aspect because we have done it before multiple times, right? Then
we could save it for somewhere else.
We could, if we wanted to file it. We may return to the train idea. To something else. All right. If we are going to change it, then if we wanted to go in a different direction, we could do. All right. So I'm sticking in the arts and cultures section here. There is the Sanger.
Okay,
theater.
hold on.
All right, hit me.
So I searched fun facts about Hattiesburg. And it used to be a significant lumber port. So quite literally root beers.
Oh. So would we want then, if we want to stick with root
tree root beer, which is like where the name root beer comes, but like more specifically this tree centric idea, I guess.
Yeah.
Might be something, might not be.
Well, if we want to stick with root beer as the name, and just be like, we want to have roots as well as the beer. Like, like if we, in terms of when we do the art, we could do that. I was just thinking that we're trying to move in and see like if we could do something slightly different from root beer in terms of the name. I by the way, in my back pocket, because it means a lot to me, I'm keeping Ruka beer.
Ruka beer. Okay.
in my back pocket.
Okay.
Just in case we can't come up with something, I'm keeping it in my back pocket.
Oh god.
But like, okay,
everyone's gonna go, what's a root beer?
I know, but to be fair, I think a lot of people would wonder what a cloister was too.
Also true.
Like, I just sometimes you just kind of have to lead into insanity of this.
I don't hate root beer.
Yay!
Root beers. I'll give you this one.
Alright, well, to be fair, I also did cloisters, but
true.
But
this is also our third city, by the way, that starts with the letter H. That sucks.
No!
That sucks so much.
That's okay. You know what? It's fine. We'll have a good time with it. At least we can do, like, when we do abbreviations, there is ways to differentiate.
Yeah.
But it's very funny, actually.
All right, is root beer is all one word?
Well, root beer is not one word, so I would do root and then CABEARS for the other.
That's not how you spell beer, though.
I'm sorry, BEER. I'm sorry.
Okay, cool.
I still have the bears in my mind.
Even worse is that all three H towns are from M states.
Huh.
Holland, Michigan, Abdegras, Maryland, Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
You know what?
And then just fucking Roswell, New Mexico.
Listen, once again, Matt, we just gotta lean into it. It's just...
I know.
This is our personality now. It's H-Town, M states.
Alright, so this absolutely has to be a brown team.
Yes.
And I feel like retroactively changing Abdegras to a more gray than pewter. Gray and blue, which I don't think we've... no, that was the fucking Mecha Moose last season, damn it.
Yeah.
But also having a cream, a brown, and a pewter team is not super fun.
No. Oh, no.
Do we scrap Hattiesburg? Do we try something else?
We're so far into the episode.
I know, Chris. I know.
I was gonna try to get you back to some work that you gotta do.
Yeah.
But we came so far.
We came so far.
Oh wait. Well, hold on though. What else is brown outside of cloisters?
Well, we have cream for mozzarella. That's not really gonna count. So okay. We could do brown.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if we want to change the cloisters in retrospect, we could lean into a more silly, vibrant color.
Yeah.
Because we do have the blue that's a little bit on the darker side.
There's been a color scheme that I've always wanted to do that's like a very reddish purple, but still purple. And like a light cyan blue.
I mean, I think that's fine for cloister.
My D&D character, my kangaroo character,
right?
Basically
right.
that.
Yeah, I'm cool. Like, if you want to apply that for the cloisters, just because like it's just out of
not having too much brown.
Yeah, and like what oysters don't really have like like they have a color, but like it's not like it's fine. And plus like the light blue for the sea and it's fine. It's fine. And then in Hattiesburg, we could do like maybe we'd have to look up like a mug or A&W color scheme. I mean,
so we've done brown with pink and we've done brown with green before. So as long as it's not one of those two colors, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, like so my initial brush would be we could do I know it's not popular, but we could do an orange even though it's kind of like the browns.
Mm-hmm.
But that does like match up with like A&W's color scheme. If we want to do that.
I have in the past texted you the exact sentence. A&W is the Cleveland Browns of restaurants.
Have you?
Like 5 or 6 years ago, but it definitely
okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you texted me a lot of weird shit, and so I sometimes I process it, and sometimes I don't. That I don't remember, but you know what? I guess. I mean, I like there's a stand upstate New York that has like 100 different flavors of soft serve that comes out with. So I do like that. Would I eat the other food there? Maybe not.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can kind of see the Cleveland Browns say A&W. Anyways, it's brown and orange. I think
brown and orange, sure.
For this this group. All right.
The root beers, but also it's a caboose.
Right. That's my. That's my idea. It was just like we can.
I think of the one thing that I think about constantly is the Adventure Zone Amnesty H2O. That was fun.
Yes.
Like the water park is not H2O. It's H2O. That was fun.
Yes. Yeah. I'm cool with leading into that level of silliness.
Okay. Cool.
And that to be like I people will be like, what? And then we'll have the logos, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing here, and that's my hope. And even if they still don't get it, it's okay because this is all nonsense. Anyway.
They're gonna forget about it after they draft the teams anyway.
Exactly. And with that, we move on to the Week 14 match. Oh, I didn't mean to. God damn it, Epic Games! I didn't mean to fucking launch your stupid launcher. Anyways, Week 14.
Chris really wants to play Peter Griffin. Fortnite.
in Fortnite, yes, yes, Dorito shaped Peter Griffin. Week 13 picks went like this. Matt, you went 9-4. Now added 5 points to your total. Got your chaos. Did not get your guarantee. Or sorry, reverse. You got your guarantee, did not get your chaos.
Yep.
Same for myself, but I went 7-6. 1 point. It's bad out there for me, but it's fine. I'm over it. I'm gonna just raid the white flag now. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm like, if I make a comeback, great. If it's not gonna happen, it's just not gonna happen. It's okay. I'm
having probably my best season. So
it's been really good for you. And like again, for me, 110-83 as overall record, not bad at all. It's just in comparison, it just doesn't look as good as a 120-73 situation right now.
Yeah,
which you're sitting.
I looked. I'm 5 ahead of where I was at in Week 13 last year.
Right. So you're sitting at 46 points overall. I'm sitting at 25 points overall. So yeah, it's a hole, and I'm probably not gonna climb out of it. It's fine. I'm still enjoying doing the picks every single week, and we'll see if I can make a strong finish. If not, whatever. We're picking football games regardless.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, because if you weren't, I would feel bad.
Dude, you're fine. No, I'm not gonna make you feel bad. It's all good. Let's go ahead and jump into Week 14. Matt, tell me about this Thursday night football game, or should you?
No.
I don't know.
No. Watch the Game Awards instead. I don't even know if you want to support that. Yeah.
I mean, well, to be fair, I'm gonna watch Game Awards on Thursday, but
right.
Jeff Keighley, say something about Palestine, please. Anyway,
Free Palestine. # Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
From the river to the sea. Pittsburgh Steelers take on the New England Patriots. This game is gonna suck. This is a tribute to the University of Iowa. The Pittsburghers even wearing Iowa's colors in honoring them.
Sure.
And the Patriots are going to score as many points as Iowa usually does to honor them.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to win the football game?
I'm going to pick the team that's going to emulate Iowa the most, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's go Steelers.
There you go.
Matt Canada's departure boost was short-lived.
Short-lived, yes. Indeed.
To be fair, Kenny Pickett did go down with an injury last week and probably will not play this game. But
yeah, that's a part of it. You got the Trubisky's, unfortunately, of the world to taking part of this game. All right. Next up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Atlanta Falcons. Last time these two teams faced, the Falcons won. Will the Buccaneers get revenge in this game?
Fuck you, Arthur Smith. You're going to win the division. I'm guaranteeing the Atlanta Falcons.
Wow. Well, that turned into a mini fucko. I'm picking the Buccaneers. I have no other reason outside of I really don't like this Falcons team. I really don't want to see them keep winning. I'm weirdly, I think, rooting for the Bucks, even though they played a very close game against the Panthers. I'm like, I would rather see Baker Mayfield in the playoff game right now than any other quarterback in this division at this moment.
I don't blame you. Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears. The Bears, it's not a primetime game, so they're much less likely to win. Mm-hmm. I did see a report, Chris. This made me happy, and this should have been something that was done 2 years ago, but they have. I did see a rumor that they were considering, if they move on from Matt Eberflus, hiring Eric Bieniemy.
Okay. I also saw an athletic article today, a lengthy one, about why they should hire Jim Harbaugh. So I mean
that also exists, but I'm choosing to ignore it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good.
Versus the Lions. Lions trying to push for keeping their high playoff spot, and this is a pretty easy team to do that against. Do you think they'll take the victory?
I hope so, man. This is a team that played very close last time.
They did.
But let's hope that maybe they're gonna start the right ship here. Lions need to win 3 of the next 5 to feel comfortable, or hope that the Packers or Vikings start losing out.
Vikings might, Packers probably not. Packers have a very easy schedule.
Right. So Lions win 3 of your next 5, and this is the first one. I'll pick Lions.
Please, Lions. I'm also going Lions.
All right. Next up, the Indianapolis Colts at the Cincinnati Bengals. The Colts, hey, I picked against them 2 times in a row, and it's not worked out well for me in any capacity. But they've been doing well on a 3-game winning streak, maybe more. I have to look. Anyways, the Bengals did get the win on Monday night because Jake Browning played a pretty decent game. Colts are on a 4-game winning streak. So there you go. What do you think is going to happen here?
Yeah, I was really surprised how the Bengals played, but I also really like how the Colts are being coached right now. This was close, and even close by the fact that it's 49 to 51% picked. I'm actually going to go with the Colts here.
I too am going to pick the Colts, and I'm gonna guarantee it as
Surprise.
a apology for not picking your games. But maybe you don't want me to pick your game. I don't know. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Guarantee it. Guarantee the Colts.
All right, Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Cleveland Browns. Trevor Lawrence did leave the previous game with what is now a high ankle sprain. He did avoid very serious injury.
Very good.
And will be back at some time this season. He's not even ruled out for this game. He could play. He could not play. Versus the Cleveland Browns, who have demoted Joe Flacco to the practice squad. And have even more questions at quarterback than they had last week, where they had a lot of questions at quarterback. Do you think the Browns offense will be able to overcome the Jaguars offense without Trevor Lawrence?
Did he get demoted, or was he just relegated there?
Relegated.
Okay, like that's like where because he could come back off the practice squad.
He could, yeah.
I think regardless, I didn't love what I saw from CJ Beathard as the Jaguars quarterback, and plus
he does get more prep time though. He had no prep time this season.
Sure, I I guess I'm gonna stick with my Texans are gonna win the division narrative and pick the Browns here.
I will defer. I will stick with the Jaguars.
All right.
With how much the Jaguars have to play for, they could still potentially get the number 1 overall seed. It'll be harder now because they'll need some help with Miami and Baltimore losing. But
yeah,
it's possible.
Maybe. I think my biggest concern for the Jags right now is as good as Josh Allen is playing. Josh Allen, the linebacker. Everyone else in that defense stinks doggy doo doo. It's not good.
Not the best, no.
So, but you're going against the Browns offense that hasn't been good, so who knows? All right, Panthers at the Saints. This Panthers team did not get the head coaching the head coach fired bump.
Nope.
As it typically seems to go. But maybe it's just that because things are really that bad there. And now they face a Saints team that's coming off of a close loss to the Lions, and do we know if I'm guessing it's Jameis Winston this week because of the fact that Derek Carr was in the concussion protocol and also injured his shoulder and his back.
Yep.
So that's that situation. What do you think's gonna happen in this game?
This might be the last game that Carolina has the potential to win, and seeing a team go only 2 wins for a season or only 1 win for a season feels really rare to me. I'm gonna team cast the Panthers also because I had no other good casts that I wanted to do this week.
Yeah,
I also wholly think that the Saints are going to be better with Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I like that the Panthers are just getting shown. Just carried through the chaos every single week. We'll just me 3 times, but the Panthers will always end up showing up in team chaos in some capacity. I am going to stick with the Saints.
That's a smart pick, Chris.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I just realized that my team cast and guarantee are both in the NFC South, which is fucking terrifying.
It is, but maybe that gives hope / fear. It gives a little bit of both.
Houston Texans taking on the New York Jets. Texans coming off of their very close win against the Broncos, like we predicted, was a very good game. Played very close.
Yeah.
Versus the New York Jets, who want Zach Wilson to play, but Zach Wilson doesn't want to play.
Oh man.
Love it. I love poverty organizations, which is why I'm a Bears fan. Do you think the Texans or the Jets will win?
God, the Jets are just like, it does make me glad that I decided to defer from the rest of my family and go the route of the Giants. But that's also coming with its own set of miserable moments. But boy, I don't want to be a Jets fan right now. This is dark. I'm picking the Texans.
I'm also picking the Texans. I want the Texans to be in the playoffs. So,
Los Angeles Rams at Baltimore Ravens. Maybe a sneaky good matchup.
Yeah.
Rams, of course, coming off their 3rd straight win themselves, trying to stay or get into the playoff picture. They're, I think, 1 spot out of it right now. The Baltimore Ravens, meanwhile, coming off a bye, and they are looking to kind of keep on riding a little bit of momentum out of having won 2 games prior to their bye. Still be one of the best offenses in the league, maybe one of the best defenses in the league. All around a very good team, but will the Rams surprise, Matt?
I think that, with how many injuries have been happening this season, the Ravens have not escaped the injury. Obviously, losing Mark Andrews.
Yep.
Really sucks. But they still have a healthy quarterback, and still have a phenomenal defense. So I think that the Ravens are, like, whatever team stays the healthiest.
Yeah.
Is going to let me rephrase. Whatever good team stays the healthiest is going to be the Super Bowl champions. So Baltimore relatively healthy right now. I will pick the Ravens here.
Yeah, I'm also gonna stick with the Ravens as well. It might be a backup chaos for me if the one that I am going with is maybe not approved.
Cool. Minnesota Vikings versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Josh Dobbs versus Aiden O'Connell. Vikings trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, and technically division hopes as well. The Raiders, I don't know. They're not in it, but they like technically are. But the Broncos exist now, so they can't even get second. They're probably not even going to get second place.
Yeah,
this is not going to be a fun game to watch.
Probably not. All right. Is it okay if I team chaos with the Raiders?
Go for it. I don't. This is such a game I give so little of a shit about. It's
yeah. That's my role. That's what I'm gonna do then. Team chaos,
Yep.
the Raiders.
Cool.
I think overall this team has been playing better without Josh McDaniels. They've lost the last few games to the Dolphins and Chiefs. So granted, two of the teams that are near the top of the conference. Maybe they put off a little bit of a pressure and fight against the Vikings here. Both teams are coming off a bye though, so it's like everyone's rested. So to me, it's like anything can happen.
Important update. Or not update, but I did find a quote of from Najee Harris on Mitch Trubisky.
Mm-hmm.
On his leadership. It's fine, I guess. How would you describe his style? Vocal, I guess.
Good lord. That's a good way to put it, I guess. Didn't mean for that to be a pun, but I somehow figured it out. Anyways, are you picking Vikings?
I'm picking the Vikings.
All right, good. Just checking. Next up, the Seattle Seahawks at San Francisco 49ers. That 49ers team cruised to victory against the Philadelphia Eagles and made the NFC a little bit more interesting, aka it's been the same two fucking teams that has been the last 3 years, it feels like.
Yeah, but now Brock Purdy's the front runner for the MVP for some reason.
Which is wild and kind of nuts.
Just give it to Tyreek Hill if he reaches 2,000. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to reward Tyreek Hill either. But...
Yeah, but like,
I get it though. I get it. Anyways, Seattle Seahawks, as we mentioned earlier, played close but ultimately fell short against the Cowboys. What do you think is going to happen in this one?
I think the 49ers are going to destroy the Seahawks again.
Yeah. I think so. That's how it goes.
Yep.
With these two teams, 49ers have had their number. So I'm going 49ers.
It's impressive, really.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how the turntables, the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. What once could have been a marquee matchup. Probably will not be. The Bills...
all right, well, hold on, though. We've lost many quarterbacks this season, and we still have Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes.
That's true. You know what? This might be the best... This is probably the best quarterback matchup.
I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, good point.
It's as marquee as it's probably going to get from here on out.
Yeah, I retract my statement. Thank you for showing me the light. The Bills 6-6, not quite where they wanted to be, and even Kansas City 8-4, not where they wanted to be. Kansas City losing some games to teams that you maybe would expect, maybe not. Do the Bills have it in them to win this one?
Well, I mean, look, the Bills have, in the past, it feels like the Bills have the Chiefs' number during the regular season, and then the Chiefs take care of them in the postseason. At least that's what it feels like. So you could say that maybe the Bills have a chance here. I just feel like, as bad as the Chiefs' offense has been, I still believe in that Chiefs' defense playing well against a Bills team that I think just generally has not been playing very well on the offensive side of things. Granted, they've had more decent games as of late, but I don't know. I'm gonna go with Chiefs.
I think I will also go with Chiefs. If this was last year, I would be pounding the Bills drum.
Yeah,
but
doesn't work out.
I will stick with the Chiefs this time.
Yep. Next up, the Denver Broncos.
Man buys a Travis Kelce shirt and his entire worldview changes.
Denver Broncos at the Los Angeles Chargers. The Broncos, yeah, I mean, look, they're playing better. They're a more fun team to watch overall, and they're on the cusp of potentially being in the playoff conversation, even though they did lose last week. They now take on a Chargers team that somehow has 5 wins. Even though it feels like they have less, considering just how brutal the season's been for them. That being said, the Chargers are favored in this game. That's kind of fucked. What's gonna happen?
I'm picking the Broncos easily.
Yeah.
I legitimately have really liked what I've been seeing from the team. Russ is playing well. Peyton isn't fucking up severely.
Yeah. If I had not already guaranteed the Broncos this season, I would think about going there, but I'm gonna try the rest of the way not to repeat any guarantees.
Cool.
So, I'm picking the Broncos, not guaranteeing.
Cool. All right, Sunday Night Football, Philadelphia Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys. They will have the same record if the Cowboys win. Would the Cowboys have the tiebreaker if they won?
Depends on the divisional record. Have either of them lost in division? No, right? So then make
they would have had to each other.
Right. But that would be it. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe what's conference record? Hold on, I'll check the. I don't know how the tiebreakers work in division necessarily.
Yeah.
Conference record: Eagles are 6-1, Cowboys are 6-3. So, let's say Cowboys win this game, and let's say neither team loses again after that. They both go 14-3.
Yeah.
I would say then the Eagles get it.
Eagles still have the better conference record.
That would be my guess. I don't know if that's the exact tiebreaker, but
okay,
that's my thinking.
Cool. But I mean, if the Cowboys want to win the division, they have to win this game.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Kind of have to.
Yeah. Great performance against the Seahawks. Played phenomenally close. And then the Eagles just came off of a shellacking against them that the 49ers laid upon them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the Eagles will get their bounce back, go 11-2, or do you think the Cowboys have a chance?
A lot of times when something bad happens to a good team the week prior, they come back stronger, or at the very least, they still get the win. I'm going to stick with that principle and go with the Eagles.
Chris, you know how the NFC East has not repeated division champions in back-to-back years?
Okay. We have different principles, it looks like. That's okay.
We're going off of different things. I'm going to pick the Cowboys here. Yeah. Like, just to have a little fun, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if the prophecy is going to come true,
mm-hmm.
this they have to win this game.
They have to win this game.
So I think the prophecy. Dallas is also favored somehow. You know, they're at home, but
right. Well, they're favored, I think, and people are looking at what happened against the 49ers. They feel like, oh, well,
yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, makes sense. All right.
These games are happening at the same time.
Yes, indeedy. The Titans
at the same time.
Time for everyone because we know at this point everyone has split screens in today's world. And anyways, I don't know if people really want to watch either of these games. The Titans at the Dolphins to start off with Monday, December 11th. The Titans at the Dolphins there. Titans are Will Levis
on the night of the Reindeer Games premiere.
Oh boy. Thank God there's football on. The Dolphins meanwhile got the nice victory, looked a little bit better overall in that game against the Commanders. What do you think is going to happen in this one?
I think that the Miami Dolphins are going to beat a not very good team.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, I'll say this: Titans, they have some semblance of a defense at times.
They do,
but that's really it. That's really it. The Dolphins and Will Levis has looked fine overall. Like he's looked pretty good. So there's nice things about that team, but Dolphins are gonna win.
All right. And our final Monday night game, the red hot Green Bay Packers take on the New York Giants, and the Italian Stallion Tommy DeVito, who will be the starter, despite Tyrod being back.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Who do you think's gonna win?
My heart wants to pick the Giants.
Yeah,
Tommy DeVito. 17-9 victory. But instead, I'm picking the Packers because I do think the Packers are a very good team right now.
they are regrettably a good team, and now that Aaron Rodgers is gone, Chris has like an excuse to like the Packers again.
Yes, exactly.
Which I physically cannot do, and I will never root for this team, no matter how good they are.
Yep. Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I will not like how, I mean, granted, I don't really have any hatred for any of my football rivals.
Right.
Really. I like the Patriots were the team that I have hated for a very long time, but they're not. Yeah. They're not. They were like they're in opposite conference from the Giants, so it's not like, and the Giants have also bested them in 2 Super Bowls, so it's not really a rivalry. The Giants are better, just clearly better. Anyways, I
mean, you're right, but
yes, no, I would never ask. I would never expect you to ask me to like any of my any of the terrible teams that are out there that rival my team. So, anyways, I don't even know if that was a complete sentence. I respect your choices to continue hating the Packers. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh yeah, like it happens.
Yeah. And with that, we're on a roll with like 4 to 5 disagreements every single week. It has been like this for every single week that we've been disagreeing, and it's been every single time we've done it. I think you've eked by 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
So it's never been like a complete like shellacking either way.
Consistency is the key.
The consistency is the key. There you go. So we're repeating the disagreements. Buccaneers versus Falcons. I picked the Bucks. Matt picked the Falcons. Jaguars versus Browns. Matt picked the Jags. I picked the Browns. Panthers versus Saints. You picked the Panthers. I picked the Saints. Vikings versus Raiders. I picked the Raiders. You picked the Vikings. Eagles versus Cowboys. I picked the Eagles. Matt, you picked the Boys.
The Boys.
All right. Well, that was a
noted Cowboys fan, Matt Virtual Ball Boys.
Matt Virtual Ball Boys is well, that's Chet Avery though. Chet Avery.
That is Chet Avery. Chet Avery's massive.
There's a little bit of Chet Avery in you, Matt. Like, just
I
a little bit. I know you guys haven't really been in the
that's...
same room, but like I kind of get a similar energy between you and Chet Avery.
I'm a little worried about that comparison.
I think you'll be fine. You'll be okay. Oh shit! They have Ravens Jaguars on Sunday Night Football next week. That's cool.
That rules.
Yeah, I mean, granted it might be without Trevor Lawrence, but.
Right, yeah. I mean, they might have him back, but hey, Jaguars got their first Monday Night Football game in years, and now they're going to get their first Sunday Night Football game in ages.
There you go. Jaguars are a decent organization, it seems like.
Yeah.
All of a sudden. Anyways, that's it. That's the gist of it.
If you haven't already, because I feel like everyone has, watch H Bomber Guy's newest video about plagiarism on YouTube. Because it is a very important and very funny watch.
Yes.
Like it's fun to see people get dunked on. So
that deserve it anyway,
and deservedly, yeah.
Deserved dunking is what we look for here.
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Well, thank
you.
Any
last notes, Remy?
Yeah, Remy.
Anything else,
Remy?
No. Okay.
All right. Thank you all so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Good night and good ball.